Hey, happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day. It's early for me, to be honest. It's kind of my lunchtime, so I wanted to do a little lunchtime sketching, painting today, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it on later. So I wanted to just pop on and I feel like doing something creative during my little lunch break here. Hope you're having a great day. As always, I appreciate you watching and tuning in and commenting and saying hello. So I'm just working on this kind of abstract cityscape piece I started working on last night. With has graphite on it. It has, what else does it have? Graphite. I use a watercolor stick on it. You'll see red and blue watercolor paint on here as well. And now I'm just kind of sketching and painting and playing with ink. Hey Becky, good to see you. Hope you're having a great Wednesday today. Always nice to see you pop in. I have been seeing posts on our workshop page. Oh my gosh. Incredible. You guys are, I don't even know what to say. You guys are amazing. Those sketches, especially of the gingerbread castle and the habitat building. Wow, you guys are just taking it to a whole nother level of just playfulness and sketching it. Really, really cool. So I love what I'm seeing you guys post on that page. Keep up the awesome and inspiring creativity. So I have to give my hand and sketch those buildings as well. So I have to do my homework, along with my college course homework and my teacher certification homework and my curriculum writing I need to do for high school homework. Got mucho homeworko. How come teachers have more homework than the kids? I don't get that. How'd that happen? I'm supposed to be off this summer. All I have is homework. I'm not complaining. It's a choice I made. It's just interesting. And there are people out there that think teachers have it easy in the summer. Well, maybe some do, but this teacher does not have it easier in the summer. So I wish some people would appreciate that, instead of making comments about how they're paying me their tax dollar money. I'm only working 10 months out of the year. If they only knew how many hours I worked during the school year and outside school year, I would say I'm underpaid. But I love doing it, and it's about the kids and the inspiration and them inspiring me, and that's what it's all about. But enough of that. I don't get into politics and all that social commentary stuff. I'm here for creativity and fun. You guys are always awesome. This is kind of an interesting scene. I don't even know how to describe it. It's abstract, but it's almost, I don't know if it's like a modern, like an old city or a modern city, or it's a blur. I like to explore my paintings and sketches, old and new kind of mixed together. Maybe that's just what it's turned out to be. Hey, I love all the different takes on both buildings. Yeah, Becky, dude, the takes I'm seeing on those buildings are incredible. You guys are all inspirational. I love it. I couldn't be more blessed to be part of. I don't want to say I'm leading it. I mean, it's my workshop, but I feel like I'm just part of an amazing group of people, and you guys are awesome. Awesome, so thank you so much. I just gotta get a drink of water. Old world vintage grunge. I like that. Old world vintage grunge. Yes. I like that a lot. So let's see. I'm gonna keep playing with this ink a little bit. So I'm using this bamboo brush, and it has a pen on the other side to dip it in the ink. I like it. I'm just finding that it doesn't hold a lot of ink on it, so I feel like I'm gonna burn through a lot of ink using this. But you know what? It's part of playing and learning. It's trying to just see what kind of effects I can create using it. It's always fun to try new things, right? I'm sure there's a way to use this that I haven't figured out yet. I am having fun playing. This is so cool. It's kind of cool. Alright, let's put the ink aside, I think, for a minute. Cover it up. Oops, wrong cap. Looks wicked cool, and your color palette's really working. Hey, thank you, Becky. I always appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much. Zoom a little closer. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. Cool. Put that aside for a sec. And just adding some more graphite on here. I'll come back with water and go on top of it and just kind of paint with it a little bit. I'm just going to use an aqua brush. This one doesn't have water in it. That's okay. I have some water here I can use. Dirty water, which is, you can see it has the red from this painting, so I'm just going to use this water. Oops. Helps if I take the cap off. There we go. I do feel like I want a pop of yellow on here somewhere. What do you think? Do you think yellow would be awesome if I did just some pops of yellow? Maybe for like where the windows would be. There's some light coming through window areas. I love this fun jazzy music. It's good lunchtime music. I'll blot some of this out in here. I think I got too much black going on in one area, so I'm just going to blot a little bit out the napkin here. See, it's good to sketch during lunch break because you have napkins on hand. They're definitely getting the hang of your new bamboo brush pen. Thank you. You like the yellow windows idea. All right, since you like it, I think we're going to give it a shot. I'll blot off some more of this black a little bit here. I like the way it's better now. It's a little too intense. Cool. All right. Let's break out some yellow. I'm going to use this yellow. It's just called Sunshine Yellow. It's watercolor ink. Move this ink over here a little bit. This is interesting. This was some ink I poured in here, and it was kind of old ink. I've had this, gosh, 15 years or something, this ink, and it's all dried up. There's just a little bit of watery residue in here. See what that looks like. See if we can use that for something on here. Just maybe grunge some areas up a little bit. There we go. Just adding some gray kind of wash here. Buildings really aren't defined on the right-hand side. They're kind of blurry. I'll come back and define them. I'll probably use a little more ink from the ink brush, or maybe even a pen. First, the music reminded me of Monsters, Inc. Now it's definitely more like newer movie Soul. Yeah. We got Pixar on the brain. Yeah, there's a song here somewhere that sounds a little bit like Toy Story 2. Well, not Toy Story 2, but Toy Story also. But maybe Toy Story 2. I don't remember the music in Toy Story 2. Good observation. I want to be careful, and I don't want to mix this with the black ink too much here. Because the black ink will definitely bleed into the yellow. Sometimes I'll just take the paint right out of the cap. I'm liking the little touches of yellow on here. It's brightening things up a little bit. Definitely have to come back in and add some more definition to these buildings on the right hand side. That's no problem. That could be done later. I'm being a little irregular with where I add the yellow. I don't want it to be everywhere. I kind of want it to be spotty. Spotty, popular dog name, Spotty. See Spotty run. Oh yeah, is that Spot? I think it's just Spot. It's not Spotty. Could be Spotty. Beam me up, Spotty. That's from Star Trek, right? Beam me up, Spotty. Wait a minute, that's Scotty. Well, I better give up with the Spotty jokes. All right. Just gotta be careful not to, I don't want to, I'm taking the paint right out of the paint container here, but I don't want to contaminate it with all the black ink, so that's why I gotta make sure to brush it off once in a while. Cool, I like the way this is looking. This is neat. Maybe this is some kind of a square or plaza area in a city, surrounded by buildings. I think that's enough yellow for now. I might add some more later. You might get some rusty orange. Yeah, there is some rusty orange looks going on here. Yellow is adding more life. Looking great. Hey, thank you. Go a little closer. There's one area I really like what's happening with the color, and I'll actually zoom in this way. It's probably easier. Yeah, there we go. I really like what's happening down in this area here. Point with this. Love what's happening right in here. This kind of color palette. And the texture. I love seeing the texture kind of the roughness of the paper. Let's pan it around a little bit. This is probably, there's probably too much ink black in this area. Let's see if I can blot some of that out. Getting a little too heavy. I don't know if I can really get some of it off. Yeah, a little bit's coming off. bit better. This is going to dry really cool here. I'm just going to let that dry just like it is on the paper. I love the orange, the yellow over, it's like what Becky you're saying, yellow over the red, kind of rusty orange. You could really see it nice down here. So it's a really interesting color palette. Cool. There we go. And I think I want to pop some more blue watercolor just in some places on here. So I'm just using, I have a Winsor & Newton watercolor palette here. This is the palette I like to use. Here's the blue. I honestly can't even tell you the name of the blue. I think it's whatever came with the palette. I've just been kind of working at it and using that. And I think I put acrylic paint in here one day because it's all like dried in this compartment. But I'm going to be pulling the watercolor out of here. And I just want to touch it down a few places. That's kind of cool. I accidentally pulled some of the over here. I kind of pulled some of the ink along with it. There's an interesting gray color that's happening. Fun thing with watercolors is just adding layers on top of layers. Get all kinds of really interesting effects happening. There you go. Just in light. There we go. So I'm just touching the watercolor down here and there. We'll throw some down right kind of in this plaza type of space. I might come in with a pen later and just add some detail in this area. Right now, just blocking it out. Cool. It's looking awesome. Yellow's adding more life. Oh yeah, more comments. Yep. Kind of feels like storyboard for old movie set in New York. Yeah, I love that description. I would love to have been a movie designer, a production designer, design all these movie sets. That would have been an awesome job. Maybe Vintage Movies poster background. Becky, I love your imagination. It's on fire today. Good suggestions. I love what you're seeing in this. Awesome. I'm gonna get a drink of water. So if you're just watching, be sure to say hello. Say hi in the comments. I always like to know who's watching. You guys are awesome. If you're watching on YouTube, say hi too. If you want to be silent, just kind of watch in the background, you can do that. It's all good. Love that piazza. It reminds me of a piazza of Piazza Bologna. Ooh, sounds pretty awesome. I have never been there. I have to Google some pictures. It's in Rome. Now I'm hungry. Bologna. I see pizza and bologna. Yes, that's what I got at Piazza Bologna. Pizza and bologna. I guess I am hungry. But that's so awesome. I love that you're seeing seeing that. I have to Google that later. Look up some images. So cool. What am I going to do? Good question. What am I going to do? I think I want to just kind of define a little bit more what's happening on the right here. And maybe I'll break out the ink again. So I think there's enough color on here for now. I'm not going to add any more. Let me put the cap on here so I don't spill the water. You know, could I get into adding these? I'm not feeling the vibrant fluorescent stuff on this scene. So we'll save those for another time. Here's the ink. So I don't know if I can add anything to this old dried up ink to make it work. I'll have to look into it. This is Winsor & Newton ink. I'm trying to see if there's a year on here. I know this is old. This is, I'm going to say like 15 years old. Actually, I need the water open. Silly me. That was our tour guide told us how to get back to our hotel, Pizza One. That's so funny. That's awesome. That's so cool that you went to Rome. It's on my list. I'd love to get there. So awesome. I would be in sketchbook heaven there. One of my dreams is to travel through the sketchbook and just do sketching across the world. It's a dream. That would be so awesome. That's why you see me just creating a lot of sketches and places from my imagination. These are just places coming from here and putting them onto paper. And I love the fact that these remind you, some of these remind you of real places. That's so cool. I want to put a church in there somewhere, so this might be the church structure here. I'd love to go to where do I want to go? Spain. I was in Spain many years ago. I'd love to go back. I went to Madrid in high school. It was so fun. I wasn't really so much into architecture a lot back then, so I don't remember the buildings, but I did take a lot of pictures. Barcelona. I'd love to go to Barcelona. Amazing architecture there. So sketching for me is a way of just traveling without even leaving home. So people ask me, why are you always drawing cityscapes and skylines and buildings? Well, I'm an architect, but it's more than that. It's just fascinated by buildings and the world and how they affect the world, and kind of memories they can creating a sense of place. And they're just kind of fun to sketch, these imaginative places. Is that a word? Imaginative? Siri, is that a word? Imaginative? I think it is. We have a bunch of cathedrals or something happening on the right here. This is like Ratatouille music. Back in high school in '89, that is so cool. '89. Does it speak to you like trees speak to me? That's, yeah, exactly. You get it, Becky. Buildings speak to me. You don't want to know what they say, but they do speak to me. It's so cool that trees speak to you. Trees are amazing. They're all individuals like people, right? No two trees are the same. They have such great character. Love Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a great movie. I can't wait to go on the Ratatouille ride when we go to Disney in December. It's going to be so cool. I hope it's open. I think it's supposed to open in October. So my vision back here is to have this grand set of stairs. So this is like a plaza or piazza, like that description. These are going to be stairs in the background here, and going up to some buildings set on top of the platform. I don't know if I'm probably blocking it with my hand. So these would be stairs back in here. And these are some buildings kind of set up on a pedestal. So I'll come back and add more line work and you'll be able to see those better. I think the buildings on the right are kind of taking more of a shape now. I added some line weight to it. You can see a cathedral here. Some of it's a little ambiguous, which I want. Like, is this a cathedral? Is it not? I don't know. I'm not sure. So I like the way this is looking on the right now. I don't want to get too crazy. It's too late for that. I already am crazy. But I think that's enough black ink on there. I'm happy with it. I feel like there could be a fountain or statue. Yeah, that would be awesome. There's so much space in here. I could definitely see something happening. So that's a great, great idea. I'll get a sheet of tracing paper and kind of overlay it. So clean the brush off. So that's enough paint on there for now. I'm going to let it dry. Enough ink on there. Some of it's drying really cool. Like, zoom in a little bit. Kind of like this big blobby thing happening there. That'll dry interestingly. I like what's happening down here. I just like how this is drying is looking really cool in this area. Let's pan around a little bit. Brain's crazy. It's where creativity comes from. Absolutely. I agree with you. Cool. Let me see. I have a piece of trace here. Let me do a little trace on top and wrap it up for now. A little scrap piece of trace. Well, not scrap, but. Ooh. It's a little wet, so it's bleeding there. Tear a piece of this off. So maybe in here. I don't know. Maybe, let's see. Let me sketch with my Sharpie just so it's a little bit darker. The Sharpie's not working. Hello, good Sharpie, where are you? Where'd you go, good Sharpie? Oh, it's over here on my desk. fountain here. Let's do kind of go off the paper there. That's okay. Some kind of sculpture or something happening in here, maybe. Fountain, some kind of swirlies going on. This is just a real quick, rough, very, very rough idea of maybe something that could happen there. I don't like the scale of it. Let's try something else. We did that. Something here in the plaza. Steps are going to be back here. That's kind of where I'm picturing steps going up. So here could be some kind of a reflecting pool, and in the pool, maybe there's a statue coming out of the reflecting pool. I have to look at a picture or some kind of reference for this, but let's say. Statue having a sassy pose. I don't know. Some kind of a statue on here. Alright, let's turn on to that cowboy dude I sketched. The little cowboy hat. Anyway, maybe some kind of a statue or something happening in there. Maybe it's this globe. Maybe. I love the statue of Atlas in New York City, over by St. Patrick's Cathedral. That's one of my favorite sculptures ever. It's some kind of globe or something. Just in here. I'm not really sure what it's going to be, but there we go. It's kind of the idea. Breaking out some markers. There you go. I got to sketch with markers more. I really love them. All right, maybe something like that. Let me zoom out, see what it looks like. So maybe some kind of sculpture or something like that happening. Fun shadows in the inky spots. Yeah, I agree. Have you ever read Kid's book, Lyle Crocodile? It's in New York City, I think. You would like those. I'll have to check it out. I don't recognize the name of it, but I'll Google that. Definitely would love to check it out. So maybe something like that as an idea for some kind of sculpture. I like the idea of the reflecting pool. Kind of gives a little bit of order to the grid around, to the city around it. And just something funky in there. Awesome. All right, it's 2 o'clock. I am going to wrap up. So I'm going to. I really like the sculpture and pool combo. Hey, thank you. Cool. Yeah, thank you for the idea about saying something about a sculpture or fountain. That was a great idea. I think it would help to add a little other level of interest. I kind of want it to be a little off center. I don't want it to be right in the middle. So I think I would shift it. I think actually I would shift it back to the right, to the left. Somewhere back in here. It's not quite on center. I think that would look interesting, having that back in there. Cool. All right, I'm going to switch to the Western Outro Sunset music. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be on tonight because I have a lot of homework to do. So I wanted to do some sketching now during my lunch break. And we'll see how much I can get done between now and then. Realistically, probably not too much. We'll see. I have tons to do. Hey, you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Becky, thank you for all your participation in the chat and your feedback and your Pixar references. Good stuff. I love it. For anybody watching out there who didn't comment, you guys are awesome as well. I always appreciate you watching. Feel free to like this and share this. Give a thumbs up. That would be so cool. We'll spread the word. Creativity. What is it? Positivity for creativity for positivity. I'll get it straight one of these days. Creativity for positivity. You guys are awesome. So I'm going to do one last sketch as the music is playing. Let me find a tune. Let me move this to the side actually first, and we'll get the sketchbook out. This is not done yet, so this is a work in progress. And I will either work on it live, or if I don't, I'll post pictures of it. I'll probably post pictures anyway when it's done. Let me just grab my little sketchbook here. So I always like to play this little Western whistling kind of music when I wrap up. It's just a fun thing to sketch to. Usually I use one of these pens, but I think let's try something different. What should I sketch with? Should I use yeah, I'll play around with the ink, I guess. Just get this ready. You can see some of the other things I've been doing. Usually it ends up being some kind of quick perspective type of sketch. Ooh, I almost out of paper on this one. Alright, we'll just use this sheet. Let me zoom in. Yes, it takes a lot of prep work to get this final sketching. Hey, thank you. Good luck with your homework. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm in the home stretch. I have 2 more weeks of college. My last college class. 2 more weeks till I have to submit a different thing for my college, for my teaching certification. It's a whole big assessment that's taken forever for me to do, because every time I go to work on it, it's hard to want to work on it. So it's partially me, and it was also partially just a lot going on at the end of the school year. So I'm way behind. But anyway, I'm not complaining. Just got to get it done. Just like we're going to get this sketch done. All right, let's do it. You know what? I was feeling that, but I'm not feeling it. Let's use this instead. I have one of these little brush pens here. Play around with this. All right, here comes the music. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Keep paying it forward with creativity and peace. Live creatively. Let's hit that button and do one sketch, and we're out of here. That's not the song. It's the wrong button. There it is. I'll turn it up a little bit. I like to listen to it loud in my ears here when I'm sketching. Here we go. Hopefully this pen works. Good. Have a great day, guys. See you later. Take care.